Thank you, Gillian. Hello, everyone. For those of you who I haven't gotten a chance to meet, which unfortunately is many, my name is Ariel. I'm the Director of Partnerships at the Millennium Campus Network and the Event Director for the Global Generation Awards. So I thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I'm so delighted to be presenting the next award. For me, it is quite personal to be able to have the chance to present the award to Jason Russell, co-founder of Invisible Children. For I believe that I would not be standing up here before you if it were not for some of the actions that he took and his organization. You see, I was a freshman in high school, just 15, and I saw a documentary called Invisible Children, The Rough Cut. Jason and his friends made this documentary together after going to northern Uganda and meeting people and making friends with people who were living in a situation that most of us cannot imagine growing up in. And these were his friends. And through this organization, I've now become friends with many of those same boys who I saw on that screen that day when I was just 15. I'm going to try to keep this very brief, but I would just like to make sure that you all know that Jason is so deserving of this award. He is a visionary, an inspiration, and he has created an incredible movement, one that I am so proud to be a part of for the past 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. And if you don't know about Invisible Children, I encourage you to find out more. And I'm just so honored to be able to present the award to Jason, and I invite you to come up here.
We live in dramatic times, really dramatic times. I've been studying John Adams over the years and realizing he walked these streets, he probably walked the street out front of this church not too long ago with this impossible dream that we are all now living out. He saw it and he knew it was possible. And it is about poverty and it is about charity, but it's really most about justice. It is really most about justice. Because the inequality in the world, 1 billion people, makes a mockery of this idea of equality and of freedom for all. And so I am so inspired by Sam and by individuals like Ariel who took action after they heard a story, because it is our story. This isn't about California kids, American kids going and saving the world and saving Africa. It's not about that, really. It's what Ariel said. It is about friendships. I am convinced over the short 8 years that this is truly only about friendships. And the only way to truly end global poverty and truly end war is to stop seeing the other. That truly is our goal. Stop seeing it as the other nation, the other, the North, the South. That really is our ultimate goal. And today I was talking with Hugh Evans, who runs an amazing program to eliminate poverty in the world in the next 25 years, the Global Poverty Project. And I said, will it take 100 years? Will it take 50? Will it take 10 to actually stop seeing other humans as other? Can we truly break that down? Because don't get me wrong, I love San Diego. That's my home turf. I love my family and my community, and I try as best I can to take care of that. But I also take care of California, and I'm proud to be a Southern Californian. I'm also very proud and convicted that America is this beautiful experience, an experiment that we live in. And I would die for my country, and I would weep to tell you how much I love America. But I love Uganda as well, so deeply. In the marrow of my bone, I would die for the freedom of these child soldiers that I've met, that are now my close friends that I Facebook with all the time, and they come visit me and I go visit them, because they are not the other anymore. Not too long ago, another man walked the streets, maybe outside this church, possibly because he went to the school next door just a few years ago. And he had this dream, this impossible dream to connect maybe, I don't know, 1 billion people. 1 billion people are now connected. And don't be confused. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is confused and thinks Facebook the answer, Twitter's answer. They're not. They are not the answer. They're just a tool. And they are a tool which connects us in a very real and very powerful way. I will just end by saying that I get to go to conferences like this and meet with really incredible heads of state. I've met with Senator Kerry before in his office. And the tragedy at this point in time that I see it is that if we woke up tomorrow and a genocide was to break out in any country of the world, as of now, as far as I know, there is no system for it to stop. There will be a lot of chanting, a lot of news, a lot of tears, but there is truly no system to stop a mass genocide of human beings on this planet as we know it. But the exciting thing is that this guy, Will, that I just met an hour ago, you know, right when I walked in the door, we shook hands. I said, "What's your dream for your life?" And he said, "I want to run for office. I want to be a politician." And I said, "Did you know that in this country you can be 35 and be president of America? Did you know that?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's like 12 years away from me." I was like, "Okay, well, contact me. Let's start working on the campaign, okay?" Because, you know, we've been taught as the youth that there is a system and you have to work within these borders. And I'm here to tell the youth that that is just not true anymore, that there are different ways, and that we not only can, but we will stop genocide, and we will eradicate poverty, extreme poverty from 1 billion people in my lifetime. And my children, I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old at home, and I would hope that when they're in college or when they're an adult, they could say, "Can you believe the world was like that back then?" But our generation was able to change the story, the most powerful story, the human story. And I believe that we all have that feeling in our soul, in our brains, in our heart, whatever you want to call it, that the Creator put there. And that if we look at each other, not as the other, but as creation, and to see each other in that light, then it will work, and it is possible. Thank you so much for this honor. There are literally hundreds of thousands of young people, activists, who I accept this in behalf of, as well as hundreds of thousands of victims and survivors and child soldiers in Uganda, Congo, Central African Republic, and Southern Sudan, who have been affected by a war, a 26-year-long war that needs to end. Thank you.